everybody, it's Hen
and Lon, and today we are doing our very first pregnancy Q&A. Ever since we announced that we were pregnant, you guys have so many questions for us, so Henry and I decided to take some questions on our Instagram, and we're going to be answering those for you today.
But before we get into that, we want to say an extreme thank you to all of our supporters. As we have released a lot of information the last couple of weeks, you guys have been super supportive, and we truly appreciate that.
We also have a lot of new subscribers, so if this is the first time on our channel, make sure you go ahead and click the subscribe button right below this video. Also turn on your notifications because we are on a really exciting journey with our baby due in just a few months. So if you want to stay a part of the HL fam and a part of the journey, then just subscribe and keep on watching this video.
But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your questions. Let's chop it up.
All right, so one of the first questions that we got is how far along we are. So as of filming, I am 16 weeks and 3 days. And another question that we got was when is the baby due? And the baby is due this February, well, I guess it's next February, 2020. And then what was another like popular one? Oh, do we know the gender is what people wanted to know.
We do know the gender, but unfortunately you will have to wait to see the gender. We do have a video about gender reveal that we just had this past weekend.
It's really fun.
And if you don't follow us on Instagram, unfortunately, the video will be coming up, but you'll get more exclusive than what people got on Instagram. All
right, so let's hop into like the creative questions. A lot of people were asking me like a lot of good questions. I don't know what they were asking you, but I'm pretty excited to answer it.
Yeah, they hit me with the basics.
So it says, this is from Tamar_Mar. She says, since you guys love to travel, would you bring the baby or wait until he or she is older to resume traveling? That's a good question. Like,
I'm gonna tell you what I personally think before we even discuss anything. So I think we would still travel.
Yeah.
But I think there will be a portion of time where we won't travel because we need to be there with the baby. But we do have a lot of family support. So I think that once the baby gets a little older to where they can, we feel comfortable them staying outside of our home, then I think that we could still travel.
Yeah, I think that, we have a child, so our child is definitely going to be on our vacations with us. I think that, like Henry said, there is going to be a period of downtime because, one, the baby's like immune system is not even going to be strong enough, so you don't want to be taking the baby out of the state or out of the country for that matter, and making the baby susceptible to all these different like diseases and bacteria and stuff like that. So there will be a time that we're going to have some downtime, but when we do start traveling again, I would definitely say we would bring the child along. Like, why not?
Party of 3.
Yeah, like, why not? I don't see why we couldn't. And I think that moving forward, maybe some of our travel, like some of the places that we travel to, will be a little bit more like family oriented. Like, okay, we're not going to Disney.
In the beginning years, right. Like, it doesn't have to be. But maybe when the child gets like 2, they're going to want to.
It's like, we're going to take our baby to like Fiji or something like crazy.
They can get in the water.
Whatever.
Some floats on.
The travel is not going to stop.
Travel's not going to stop. Was it in the works? This is from Gabrielle _OJ. Was it in the works or total surprise?
It's some really actually personal questions. Whatever. What? I thought you was answering.
I'm asking you.
Oh, no. So, no, this baby was baby was a complete surprise, 100%. But Henry and I were at a point in our marriage where we were just like we definitely weren't preventing and we weren't trying. So it was just like whenever we felt like God saw fit, he would give us the child, and we just waited for that time.
Did we know? No. But did we know that it could be a possibility? Yes.
So Prudence Moyo, y'all got some crazy Instagram names. She said, are you still going to be working for the duration of your pregnancy line? So I felt like that was a really great question. So yes, I do plan on working for my pregnancy, for the duration of my pregnancy. But my company that I work for also has really great maternity leave. So I plan on going on maternity leave early January, and I'll be on maternity leave for like 3 or 4 months, living the good life, just bonding with my baby and my husband. So it's gonna be really, really nice. So then after the maternity leave, I'll kind of just decide like if I'm ready to go back to work or not, because like a 4-month-old baby, like I don't care who you are, I don't see how moms, and everybody does it, so I'm not judging anybody, but I'm just saying, like, your baby is only 4 months. How do you like detach and like go back to work? It's scary to think about. It's very scary. But then my company also has a really wonderful program where moms can, they don't have to come back to work at 100% of the time. You can kind of like ease back into the flow of work. So, I mean, we'll just see and play it by ear when that time comes around next year.
Yep, baby will be with daddy.
Yeah. Right. All right, so Tierra Lady T White said, have you had any morning sickness? And I kind of touched on this, like I'm not going to go too deep into it. I touched on this already in my first trimester pregnancy update. So if you have not watched that, I'll link it in the cards up top. But yes, I had morning sickness. Just to put in short, morning sickness took over my life. I am so glad that part of my pregnancy is over, because that was not fun whatsoever.
So actually, when we was in Italy, that's when Lauren first got morning sickness.
Yeah, so you can.
But she can't even think about pictures, look at pictures and stuff. Oh, you told him all that already?
Yeah, like I know, but it's funny that you're saying that, because I be telling Henry this.
So we would be going places. She was like, nope, got to go home. So yeah, morning sickness is no joke.
No joke.
She's a trooper. She's making it through.
JLJ0609 said, are you going to have a P.O. box? Want to answer that, Boo?
Yes, I will answer that. So we are going to have a P.O. box. We will have a P.O. box. We had a P.O. box, but when we moved here, we never got a new one. So we will get a P.O. box. We do plan on having a virtual baby shower with the HL fam. It shall be lit. Mm-hmm. It shall be lit. We're still trying to work out the what's the word?
Details.
The details of how that's going to even work out. But we would like it to be live. But we'll see how that is going to work out.
Yeah, and that was another popular question. Like, a lot of people asked us that. And a lot of people call themselves like our babies like cyber aunties and uncles. And so that's just really exciting. So it's just something that if, people want to contribute to, they can, or if they just, I don't know. Sometimes people just want to give, and that's what's up. So we'll announce that sometime in the near future, right?
Yeah.
Brick Gal in it said, what are some baby names that you guys are thinking about? I feel like we just kind of play around and sometimes call the baby whatever. Like, we call the baby whatever just to kind of, I guess, see if it'll stick or not. But we don't have, like, I wouldn't say that we actually sat down and thought about any names, nor are we really set on any specific baby names right now.
Yeah, we're probably going to take some time, pray on it, and ask for direction on that. We haven't really...
Yeah, just see what fits. Yeah. It's crazy how you can, it's, like being pregnant now, it's weird to think that you can name someone that you haven't met. Like, because it's almost like sometimes I think it's weird when people name the baby when the baby arrives, but it almost makes me want to name our child when the baby arrives, because it's like you want to know his or her personality, what they look like, and just kind of see what fits him or her. You ever thought about that?
I don't agree with that philosophy.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, you just naming a baby, like the baby pop out and you name her Laura, and just like then she pop out and you just like, oh, Laura was not the name for that baby. Or the baby popped out and you name him.
Well, I'm thinking too deep.
I'm just saying, like, I just like the thought of, like, I don't know, possibly naming the baby when he or she comes out. For real. But it's like not knowing.
I've never heard her say this, y'all, until right now.
This is literally me thinking out loud, because it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird to name a baby when they come out.
No, it's weird.
It's very weird.
And maybe just because I'm still early on, so it's like the bond is still forming, like the bond isn't necessarily there yet. So maybe once the baby grows bigger.
I think once the baby starts moving.
Yeah.
I think that's when.
Gotcha.
You're gonna be like, oh, Henry, there it go.
Hey, yo. I can't.
All right, so we did have a question from A&D 1990 asking us how did we feel at the first ultrasound? Which is a great
first one?
Great question. So I'm gonna tell you how I felt because we had our doctor's appointment and we let the doctor know that we were going out of town. And the doctor was like, oh, I need you to do the ultrasound prior to you guys going. I think we were like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I need you to do the ultrasound prior to you going. We need to see if we can hear the baby's heartbeat, if there's any issues. So we kind of dropped everything. We were supposed to go to work and we just wound up calling off to finish the appointment. And we went to the appointment and we didn't hear the heartbeat, right?
But she had already told us that it was a high possibility that we wouldn't hear the heartbeat because we were too early.
Too early. What made me more nervous though was the fact that the technician she was like doing a lot. Like she was like, I'm so sorry, you guys. Kept saying she's sorry. Like, what's she sorry for? And she was like, you remember that?
She just was too talkative. I don't know if she was nervous. It was her first daggone day, what the case was, but she talked too much. She was just saying, like one time she was like, okay, don't go home and Google these images. And I'm just like, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, mind you, I wasn't even worried, but it's just like, I still wasn't worried, but you don't make me feel any more comfortable talking the way she was like talking. It was weird.
It put a lot of pressure on the next visit for me at least.
Yeah.
Because the next visit when we came back from Italy and I was like, Dad, we gotta hear that.
Right, because the next visit was like maybe 8 weeks?
Yeah. 8
weeks, and we was just like, oh, if you don't hear it now, then it's a high chance that you won't hear it, like the baby's heart rate doesn't exist. So yeah.
We also went to a different ultrasound place, got a different technician.
She was much nicer.
And it was good.
Yeah. And that first visit though, like even though we were nervous, I would still say that everything was still exciting. It was it was very like surreal, like to think that this lady is putting jelly on my stomach. She's using the probe on my stomach and there's a baby on my stomach. Like to make that connection, that's very weird. I don't know. It's very weird. It was very surreal. It just didn't feel real. It didn't feel real at all. Especially not at 5 weeks when I just found out I was pregnant the week before.
So I got a question from hen_Jones_. Does it feel real for you now? Or when do you think it's going to feel real for you?
It feels realer for me now because my stomach is bigger, especially when I'm sleeping and I like sleep on either side and I can just like rub on my stomach at night. So it's definitely realer, but it's still not completely real.
Like, what does real look like?
I don't know. I feel like I would have to have like a huge stomach and the baby would have to be like moving around and kicking and stuff like that for me to really.
But like, what does real look like mentally? Because what I've heard from people is that it doesn't hit them that they're actually parents until the full first year the child has been alive for a year. For real.
I'm screaming.
Because it's like, you think about, you don't know all of the different rules, tools, tips with the child of what to do and all of that. And it's like a culture shock.
Yeah.
Bringing a new life into what you know as your world. And it's like, dang, this is going to smack you one day like, whoa, I'm a parent.
No, so I mean, a parent and like, I mean, yes, I guess you're still a parent when you're pregnant, but it's just like, I think that I'm going to grow to realize how real this is. Not that I think that it's not real, but it's just like as time moves on, it'll be less surreal and more realistic. But then I think you're going to have that surreal moment again once you give birth. Because now it's just like this thing that has been growing inside of me for 9 months. And then you actually give birth and have to correlate, okay, this is whatever the child's name is, like this is Mary, whatever, you get what I'm saying? So I think it's that surreal moment again and over again. Like imagine waking up every day like, yo, there's our babies in the other room.
Right.
I think it's surreal moments over and over again. 100%. I can understand what your friend was saying.
Yeah.
All right. So
it hasn't hit me yet.
It hasn't hit you yet?
Firstly, it hasn't hit me yet. It's
I definitely think for the male,
I'm more worried from a perspective of making sure that everything's, all I's are dotted, all T's are crossed, and just trying to think to make sure that we're bringing the baby into the best life possible. I'm more worried about that. I think the parenting piece will naturally come. I'm not worried about that aspect.
Always _the_quiet1. She said, do you have a birth plan? Examples: home birth, water birth, doula, midwife. I do not. I have not thought even about giving birth really. I think that I will organize my birth plan a little bit later. I mean, not too late, but that's just not something that I'm thinking about right now. Like, I probably should, but I'm not. So, you know what a midwife and a doula is and all that other stuff. Oh, okay, cool.
It's all Big Mama's house.
Not Big Mama's house.
But it is a lot to think about. And the fact that we are having a baby and moving at the same time, it's a lot to juggle mentally to make sure you're staying on top of everything and that you're doing everything. So,
all right, so our last question comes from Classy18. She said, what are you looking forward to the most as new parents? That's a really good question.
You can start.
You want me to start? I think like on a low scope, I mean, just carrying a baby for 9 months. I just cannot wait to meet our baby, see what they look like. It's just going to be like an exciting moment to just like give birth and like really bring our child into the world. And then just like a high level overview, I guess, maybe just excited to be a parent in general. Raise our child right, show them like what love is and what a great marriage is and what great parenting is. I just want to give our child literally everything. I won't say like everything I never had and all that other stuff, but I just want to give our child everything, just afford them the greatest opportunities, teach them everything that we know and then some, get them like the best resources and tools to do whatever it is that they want to do in life. So just parenting as a whole, I'm really excited about.
Dang, so I guess Mom said everything, huh?
But what about you? Tell me.
I don't know what else there is to say.
But it's still coming from your mouth.
So what I would say, what I'm most excited about is probably being able to spoil the child.
Hey, yo.
This will be a spoiled baby. Definitely will be a spoiled baby. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard not to spoil the baby. But like Lon said, I do think I want to create an atmosphere where I can give the child everything I had and more. I'm truly excited about just having a reproduction of us and just going with the flow. I can't really pinpoint what it's going to look like, but I'm down for it. Challenges, struggles, high moments. I'm down for it, and I can tell you that this baby is going to be somebody, going to go somewhere. So you better wake up, pay attention.
All right, y'all, so that wraps up our pregnancy Q&A. I hope that like some of the questions and answers that we gave you just address like where we are in our pregnancy, what's going on in our mind, and just everything that we've been going through for the last 16 weeks.
And like Lon said at the beginning, make sure you are subscribed. You do not want to miss this journey. We have a lot more videos for you guys. Hit the notification bell. What that does is allows you to get notified every time we upload, and it'll come right to your email. And then continue to comment. Your comments you guys' comments be so lit. It's awesome. So thank you guys for supporting us. We truly appreciate it. And Baby Hunt is on the way.
Yes. So we will see you guys in our next video. Peace.